From the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, this is Tennessee Workforce Today. Here now is Chris Cannon.
Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. Today we're at the Music City Center in downtown Nashville, site of the second annual Team TN WIOA Convening. Governor Bill Lee kicked off the opening day of the conference by explaining to the state's workforce partners why the jobs they do are so important every single day.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for the role that you play in creating the next generation of skilled workers, of educated men and women, of the workforce that I tout to prospective employers. We can be one of the top workforce states in the country because of the people sitting in this room.
Opening day continued with a panel discussion moderated by Commissioner Jeff McCord, who had a great talk with several other commissioners about how teamwork among state agencies can benefit workforce development across the state. Panel discussions took place throughout the three-day conference. One topic put a focus on the state's rural communities and workforce development efforts in those areas of the state. Jennifer Bane is the Executive Director of the Northwest Tennessee Workforce Board. Jennifer, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You probably live in one of the most rural areas of the state of Tennessee. What challenges are you facing in that corner of the state when it comes to finding a workforce?
One of our biggest challenges is that we're losing some of our population, particularly in the key working ages between about 25 and 55. Couple that with low unemployment rates and in some cases low labor force participation rates, it can be a real struggle for employers to find the skilled employees that they need. And we also find that some of those employees that are in the labor force, or maybe some that aren't, are facing certain barriers preventing them from going into the labor force, such as transportation. Being in a rural area, you pretty much have to drive and have to have access to a vehicle to get anywhere. Childcare is also an issue. If somebody can't afford to pay for childcare to be at work, that's a struggle.
So just getting the people to the job is the challenges you have. What are you doing to try to face those challenges?
We're doing several things. A couple of things that we're doing are trying to find some individuals that are not in the labor force and bring them in. And we're doing that with particular sets of individuals. In 3 of our county jails, we have what we call the Registered or the Reentry Advanced Manufacturing Program, or RAMP. It's actually allowing our inmates to receive certified production technician training from the Manufacturing Standards Skill Council's national certification while they're still incarcerated. And in 2 of those jails, they are actually set up as workhouses, so those individuals can go to work while they're still incarcerated. And we've had such a demand from some employers to have employees that they've actually hired some even before they've gone through the certified production technician training. And our employers really like having them. They're a concentrated audience. The jail brings them to work, so they're there on time, they're there all day, they're drug free because they get tested regularly, and it's worked out well so far, and we're hoping to expand to at least 1 or 2 other counties. We're also working with Amtech, an electrical contractor in Dyersburg, to offer a registered electrical apprenticeship preparation program, or REAP, for our Lake County High School last year, and this year we're expanding to other counties. And that program allows them to spend 2 weeks in the classroom setting learning about being an electrical contractor. And those who successfully complete that program may be hired by Amtech and be accepted into their registered apprenticeship program to become a journeyman line electrical contractor. And they may make up to $70,000 a year.
Wow. So re-entry is a big part of the resources you're tapping into. Are there any other best practices that you found are working in that area?
In the reentry area specifically?
Just in general for workforce development in rural areas.
Another thing that we're working on and have been working on for several years is to try and promote local career opportunities to our youth. So a lot of times we find they're leaving to come to Nashville or other larger areas because of they perceive lack of career opportunities. Sure. Manufacturing is a huge industry in our area still, so every October we partner with our local high schools to conduct a manufacturing day, where the students usually come on site to an employer and actually tour the facility and see what it's like firsthand to work in a manufacturing facility. They see the robotics and the advanced manufacturing technologies that they're using, or if they can't go to the employer for whatever reason, we'll bring somebody into the school to talk to them.
So you here at Convening, you're on a panel discussion where you're going to be discussing all of these best practices that you have in your region. Yes. Do you think other regions in the state could learn from what you're doing?
Yes, and I think a lot of them are already doing very similar things to what we're doing. And we like to share best practices and take advantage of what other people have learned to do well already.
And you may learn something new here today
yes.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And that's all the time we have from here at Music City Center in downtown Nashville. Look for new episodes of Tennessee Workforce Today on the first and third Monday of each month at 10 a.m. Central. For everyone at the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, I'm Chris Cannon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.